Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hello, I'm Kaya and this is my fiance. This is Tom. We've not done a video like this for a long time. No. We're only doing this because I'm starting a wedding series. Because we are planning a wedding, if you hadn't gathered by making a wedding series. So, first of all, we're going to do a Q&A. So, first of all, when did you know you wanted to marry each other?
I have no idea.
Wow.
When it became too difficult to find someone else.
Oh, rude. I don't know really, it's kind of like been a thing for a while, like, for me anyway, because your hair's like...
Because I fight stupidly.
I don't know what you mean. Yeah, and like obviously we kind of went straight into renting a house together. Then we bought a house, and then now we're here. So obviously it must have been a thing like pretty early on.
Sure.
Why did you wait so long to get engaged? Good question.
Because I'm not in a rush for anything, whereas you need it to happen instantaneously.
It's just in my life plan.
Whereas I just roll with everything. I'm like, yeah.
Okay. Tell the proposal story.
2 days before we went to Poland, I decided, well, now's as good a time as any.
Great.
So went out and got a ring, and then in Poland proposed.
If you didn't know, if you haven't seen the Krakow vlog, then we went to Wawel Castle and watched the sunset, and yeah, somebody really awkwardly got down on one knee after turning around and went, shall we take a video like we did in Cyprus? We were actually like spotting people because when we went to that spot there was someone over the river that had just proposed, so I was looking for other people to see whether that was going to happen again, and it just so happened that it was me that was happening to, so that's fun. Did you have an idea who was going to propose? I had an inkling.
Go on, tell them why. Go on.
Because just before Christmas we were sat on the sofa having a chill day.
That's not what I meant, for sure.
What did you think I meant?
That you looked where I was?
Yeah, I got that for you.
Oh.
Just before Christmas, sat on the sofa having a chill day, and all of a sudden Dom turns around to me and goes, I need to go and get bubble wrap, and I was like...
That wasn't before Christmas.
It was?
No, it wasn't. That was after Christmas.
Before,
it was 2 days before we went away.
Christmas. Was it?
Yes.
Anyway, whenever it was, before we went, and goes, I need to go get bubble wrap, and I was like, that's very random, but okay, whatever.
Can I come with you?
Yeah, I was like, can I come with you then? And he was like, nope. And I was like, okay, alright, how long are you going to be? Now I don't normally ask how long you're going to be, because I think it just really caught me off guard, to be honest, as to why he decided that that moment he needed to go and get bubble wrap. If you didn't know, Dom runs V Creative with my dad, and then they use bubble wrap to like wrap their parcels and stuff. So it wasn't the fact that the bubble wrap was the issue, but it was a random thing to decide right there and then that you needed bubble wrap. But yeah, so basically that happened, and I asked, oh no, how long are you going to be? And you said 20 minutes.
I didn't think it would take as long to get into town as it did.
Well, it takes 10 minutes to get into town itself. 10 minutes to get back.
Yeah, and I spent 20 minutes just queuing to get into the blooming shopping centre.
Anyway, so 20 minutes came and went, 40 minutes came and went. And at this point I was chatting to my mum on Messenger and was like, it's been quite a long time. Like, didn't really think anything of it. And I was like, oh, I'll just see like where he is to see like if he's managed to get there yet. Bearing in mind I had no idea where this bubble wrap was meant to be, because I didn't ask that far. And I just was like, right, I'll just see like if it looks like he's got anywhere. And it said the fact that he was in Derby, and I was like, oh, that's a bit weird. Like, maybe it's just a shop that's like, you know, selling the bubble wrap or whatever. And then I noticed it was actually coming up as being in Pandora, and I was like, this was interesting. Sent a screenshot to my mum and was like, should I be sus about this? And then I was like, he wouldn't have gone to Pandora to get a ring. Didn't really think anything of it. And then it then switched for him to be in Warren James, and I was like, okay, this is slightly more likely. And I was like, interesting. So yeah, I did think. So I changed my phone case to this just in case, and then packed some pyjamas that I never actually wore that say happily ever after on it, which has got a little ring on it. Never wore them. But yeah, so I had a little bit of an idea. Like, I'd packed a load of white outfits and stuff like that in the hope anyway. So yeah, that was the thing. Show us the ring. It's sparkly. Slightly too big. I have bought a little adjustery thing.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
An adjustery thing?
Yeah, to sit underneath. I'll show you when it comes.
Only a few questions.
Yeah. What was your parents' reaction? So because we were in Krakow, there was actually a webcam which didn't go overly to plan, because we tried to show them on the webcam, and I was stood there going like this. Bearing in mind it was in the middle of a market square. Stood there going like this, to which nobody gathered what I was on about. So I sent photos to your parents and my parents separately, and my dad was working a show, so didn't reply. My mum was like, is that what I think it is? So I then FaceTimed her, and she was obviously quite happy, blah blah blah. Then your parents were just like, it's on the wrong finger.
Because it flips the image when
Yeah,
you take it.
because I was taking it as a selfie, so yeah. So that was the reaction. So I'm sure they're happy for us. How are you going to celebrate being engaged? So, can you remember what we were doing?
Party at home with family, and then a meal / event with friends. Well, you don't masquerade ball.
Well, it's called a masquerade ball, but it would just be a games night, really. The way that I've planned it.
Well, you let people know that, because everyone's thinking proper high-end masquerade ball.
Well, if they want to come and masquerade ball, then they can. I'm not going to complain. Means they read the brief. So far, there's not really very many people coming, so... did you start planning your wedding before getting engaged?
You started planning the wedding the day we got together.
Actually, before we got together, I think you'll find. Before we were official anyway. I've always had an inkling of what kind of thing I'd after. And then when I met you, I was like, right, definitely know what kind of thing that I'm after.
And then changed it a gazillion times since
yeah,
then.
well, it's progressed, hasn't it? As we've kind of, obviously, our relationship has changed, and like our hobbies and stuff like that, so it's become what it is now, in some sort of fashion. But yes, we did. I've always had a big list of things with notes in, of things to do, which hopefully we'll get to do. What part of the planning process are you most excited for?
The end.
Yeah, me too, to be fair. I feel like it's a lot of stress. Like...
For one day.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
well,
the kind of...
One evening in here enough.
Well, no, it's one day, because obviously getting ready and
start
stuff.
at like midday and then finish at midnight.
Yeah. But yeah, it's long. Like, it'll be nice to celebrate, but it'll be long. What are you not looking forward to about the process? Spending the money. Because again, the same point of it's one day. It's a lot of money to spend on one day, and as
We'd
much
rather
as I'm
spend it on
looking...
the house or a holiday.
Well, exactly.
Traveling.
But at the same time, like, it will be nice for us, and I know that it will do a good job, and I know that the day will just be, we'll just have fun, and that's it. That's all we want. Like, I don't particularly want a big wedding, so I'm not really that bothered. Are there any trends that you think you'll include in your wedding? No. Have you seen anything that you thought? See, I'm very like anti-traditional. Like, I'm not gonna have my dad walking me down the aisle, and we're gonna potentially get ready in the same house here, and then go together, walk down the aisle together, all that kind of stuff, because it's about us, not everybody else. So get rid of the traditions. Some of them maybe, like the something blue thing, like maybe I'll keep, but anything other than that. Have you got a theme for your wedding? So if you didn't know, we met in the theatre, so we're doing it theatre themed. So all of our decorations are all going to be, each table is going to have a different musical. So like the table runner is going to match the iconic things that you would associate with that musical and stuff like that. Tickets for the little, yeah, they're going to be tickets for the like to tell you which table is going to be having a free-for-all with tables, without, instead of having a seating chart. But we're going to have like, tell people what table they're going to, but then they pick their seat. So they're going to be tickets in a ticket booth. I'm sure we'll DIY it so you can see, make it more sense. Do you know who's going to be on your wedding party? Nobody.
Jesus.
I've decided I don't want a wedding party because it's too much stress and I don't like people. I like people, that's wrong. But I'd much rather like not deal with anybody else in the nicest possible way. Don't know about you. Have you thought about having a wedding party at all?
No, not thought about it.
Are you bothered about having a wedding party?
Not really.
Hi Jerry. But yeah, the cats are going to be included in the wedding as well.
Not at the wedding.
Not at the wedding, but included in, like, we're having little like topper bits for the cake and stuff like that, so they're included in some way. Do you have an idea on where you'll go for your honeymoon? So I'd like to try and keep it on theme a little bit.
And go to Mamma Mia Island.
And go to Mamma Mia Island.
Very expensive.
Or go to Cornwall and go to like the Menag Theatre. And things like that. So keeping it on theme, but not necessarily like in your face. Like still go somewhere nice, but still on theme. I don't know about you.
Somewhere warm.
Well, hence Mamma Mia Island. Skiathos. Because it's in Greece, so hopefully warm. Are you changing your name? This is the last question. Now, I had a bit of a back and forth of this. Because I was gonna just become Murray. However, I think I'm gonna go with Smith-Murray because my name is Smith now.
Which does mean I'd have to do the same.
Not necessarily, you don't have to. You can keep Murray. You can be different, and then if we have kids then they take my name, and then we'll have both of our names. If you can't see, there is a cat. Oh.
No, there isn't.
But yeah, I think I'm going to go double-barreled, which will then make my name
5 names.
5, yeah. Which is quite long.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Kaya Murray is a bit...
I mean, there are plenty of Smiths in the world.
Why?
That's true.
But like, obviously it's like a thing that's always been. So kind of taking that away is a bit, I don't know, I feel a bit funny about. But I think Smith-Murray sounds better than Murray for me. Like Kai Smith-Murray works better than Kaya Murray because it's a bit like.
That's only because you're used to Kaya Smith.
Yeah.
So
But I don't like saying Kaya Smith. But I think Kaya Smith-Murray.
Okay.
I don't know. It's let me know what you think in the comments. What I should do, because I think if I double barrel it, I have to then change my name by default, rather than it just magically doing its thing. Because I don't want to like just keep it as the same. But because you're not going to change your name, are you?
No.
No, exactly. So it'd be nice to have both of our names. But yeah, we'll tell you more about the wedding plans as we go, but that's why we're doing a wedding series, why I'm doing a wedding series. You're probably not going to be in them very much. But yeah, we're going to look at some venues tomorrow and Thursday, which I don't know when this is going to go out, but yeah, we'll probably have looked at the venues by the time that this goes out.
And be married.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, do follow us on Instagram. This is another reason why I want to double barrel my name, because Instagram and TikTok is the Smith Morris Stories, which I really like.
Right, okay.
But yeah, follow us along, and then you can get some little bits, inside bits, as well on there, which will be different to what I put on the YouTubes. But yeah, there we go. Here's a little insight into our little engaged life.
Indeed.
We are now fiancés. Still my partner. I think you'll always be partner. Because it's like, when you become a husband, it's like, it still sounds weird. But yeah, if you have any questions for us, then do put them in the comments, and we shall endeavour to answer them at some point. But for now, TTFN, and let's get this planning process going. Woo! Come on, woo! Cool, right. Bye bye now. Say bye bye.
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 Bye.